Well, hello. No one's in here yet. So it's just me. While I'm waiting on people, I guess I'm just gonna kind of tell you what I'm doing. I'm just got done recording a video, so I am moving it all over to the computer so that I can get a video edited for this Sunday. One of the videos that I have come will be coming out Sunday will be about some new things that we just got on the farm. It still says there's nobody watching, so oh, there's someone that just popped in. Hello, how are you doing? I'm looking at it on my phone, so I can't really see it real well. Um, I see farmstead. The internet is out at the house, so I am having to do all of the internet activities on the phone, which is kind of frustrating because how much I pay for internet and it's out, which is really frustrating. So we have the new video coming out Sunday, and it will be about the new little animals on the farm that just showed up. They actually showed up 3 days ago. I don't want to give it away. I want people to actually go watch the video. So how is everybody doing this evening? I'm gonna try something here. Um, that's not what I wanted. Making supper. That sounds like a good idea. I probably need to go get um, things for dinner. I think I'm making chicken is what I believe my wife told me that I was making for dinner. I think everybody's still over there at 9 Acre Family Farms live. I didn't really tell anybody I was going live either, to be fair. So usually when I was posting that I was going live, there was usually a lot of people here on Thursdays. But now that the Last Chance cook-off is over, hey, I can't say it. Caucasian Sasquatch. Always I have a hard time getting that all in one word. So that's what was told that I was supposed to be doing, was making barbecue chicken, but I don't think that's happening. Beef enchiladas. I love enchiladas. I don't care what kind of enchiladas they are. So I read it right. I was just making sure. So I don't. I'm not really. Usually I have like a theme that I kind of shoot for, and the theme that would be a good topic, I actually just made a video about. Otherwise, I would have that to talk about because the new animals prompted a prompted a video. It looks like all the kids are about to go feed. There's a horses are fighting out there. Interesting. Um, The young and the old ones. The old ones generally. So Thursday, almost Friday. We're right there. Me and my family, we are going to Frontier City, the place where I work at. Hey, Brenda, the place where I work at gave us tickets to Frontier City for the weekend, and I think the kids. Landon's almost to the point where he is, too cool to hang out with mom and dad, and the girls are getting pretty close to that same age. Um, I think Landon is having a guest to go with him. Um, don't quite know how that's going to go. I did get um, the kids are in the back of the truck getting feed out, and it's really distracting. All I seen was this blue shirt moving around out of the big sliding back window, or not window, door. Brenda, was Dale still going over there, or did he get done? I didn't turn my ringer off, so it may ring. Hey, Raquel, already. Squirrel already. Oh, I finished reading it. Finishing up. So, where to begin homesteading? Hello, Cottonwood Ranch. Hello, and Brenda. Hello. I hear the turkeys out there. Do you call it goblin? What? I don't know. Whatever. The sound turkeys make. Hey, Tony with Kettle Kitchen. And this is where it jumped on me. Annie's Kitchen and Urban Homestead. Hello. I don't know about the cool kids. The awesome kids hang out over here. I mean, you know. So I was watching Dale's live stream, and my internet's still out. I was trying to watch it on the computer, but not having internet is horrible. So streaming off of the phone is really not any cool. Not any cool. Not any fun. Uh, hey, hello, Lisa. I was looking at the comments there. My hands are out in the way. Tony, Kettle Kitchen. Okay. Yeah, so our internet, they said possibly 3 weeks before our internet's up again. I guess they're servicing something, which is really frustrating. So hopefully, hopefully it's working by this weekend. Maybe the 3 weeks is off. So in the meantime, I have to do everything from the phone. Really stinks. Um, I didn't mean to disappear like that on you, but I did. So I guess I do have a topic that we can talk about. Something that makes your farm or farmstead or homestead successful. I popped a link in the comments. We can go till 8:15ish, no later than 8:15ish. But if you do want to pop up, I have to be paying attention. There we go. I'll just do that. Maybe. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So, something that makes your farm successful, maybe not is, you know, just pouring in the revenue, but you're making a profit on. So, that is an interesting topic because it varies from so many different farms of what. Me too. Did I miss something? Tree. I misread a comment there. Not a comment, but a notification popped up on my deal. I guess I need to. Hello, Life with Belinda and Chuck. I assume it's Chuck. Could be wrong. So, does anybody have anything that makes their farmstead successful? Whether you're just breaking even or not, and that you want to talk about it. I'd like to know. I am farm. What did Brenda say? The farm successful is Brenda. You know, that's one of the neat things about the farm and homesteading area. You can even be talking about gardening because there's a lot of people that do um, market gardens on their farm to make a profit. Positive morale day to day. Yeah, you have to have positive morale. Otherwise, you can get down in the dumps real fast having a homestead, or farmstead, just property you're taking care of in general. That's one, that's one thing people just take for granted is morale. Can't believe it. No one wants to come up. Usually I pop that link up and it's like, bam, there I am. But I am also on the phone. So hopefully, so I haven't been making very many live streams that people have been doing. I have been extremely busy at work. If I do, I'm just able just to hop in there for just a minute. And then I have to usually stay for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I usually have to go do something else. And most of the time, I just have it playing in my earbuds. I don't know what that was, but something ding. How are the kids doing? Well, pretty good. I actually need to yell at Landon and tell him to go feed. Hopefully, he hears me, but I think he probably is trying to ignore me. Because he's probably talking to someone on the phone. Good possibility. Seems like he's been on the phone with her for 2 weeks straight. It sounds like he's on the phone. He's talking to somebody. So, is who all is doing um, some collaborations? What collaborations? Since no one wants to talk about their farm or their homestead, what collaborations is everybody doing? Go ahead and Right? Who's it? Landon, come here. Gonna say hello to everybody. There's only 9 people in here. It's not like I have no idea. Brenda said to yell at you. It brings back the memories.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're yelling at kids. Every parent does it.
I see.
Hey, there's feet in the back of the truck too. There's the there's Big Pig feet, and the other one is in there.
Say the difference.
Yes, one will say grower, one will say slopper.
Oh, slopper. Wait,
No.
slopper.
Yes, that is correct. Said that. Huh. Oh, Chuck said that. Brenda said hello, Landon. So let's see what comment I missed. I don't know. Doing chores. So no one's doing any collaborations either coming up. The next one I have is Tony's at Kettle Kitchens. It's Noodle November. Pretty pumped about that. Tony had messaged me. He messaged me today, text messaged me about doing. Actually, he just needed my mailing address. That's what he needed. Whew. I think I'm getting an ear infection. It hurts really bad right here and right back behind my ear. Mitchell, what is the name of the mower that in the Kubota family? Mitchell, what is the name of that mower that is in the Kubota family? Husqvarna. Well, I don't know if it's in the Kubota family, but Husqvarna is sold by most Kubota dealers. Red Max is also a sister company of Husqvarna, and Kubota actually has their own zero-turn mower. Doing Noodle November, but not sure what entails yet. You made a video of it. Oh, yeah, so my mower is a Red Max mower, and it is, I don't know that it's in the family of the Kubota, but it is sold by some Kubota dealers. It's actually where I got it was actually at Bronco Equipment Rental in Sales. It's a pretty good mower. It's the net. So you have the Husqvarna mower. It's the step above the Husqvarna. Supposedly, we've only mowed the yard 3 times this year, and we've put 42 hours on that mower, and haven't had a lick of problem out of it. It's a good mower. Well, it runs good. We pull the trailer back and all around the farm with it. I get on like when my knees swollen up or my feet are hurting pretty bad because of the gout. I use it as a a mobile farm piece of equipment. Yeah. So Thursday, I go back to the doctor about my RA for my arthritis. Apparently, they're going to try something because they told me that I have a pretty severe case of arthritis, especially only being 36 years old. They said it's extremely bad. So when we do that, we're taking probably majority of the goats will go down the road. And one of the main reasons for that is because of there's not enough hay this year, and we're not getting rid of any horses because my wife won't. Hello, Steve from Wyoming. Apparently, I'm Mitchell from Hawaii. Steve from Kansas. If you guys haven't checked out Steve from Wyoming, he does some fishing videos, and he's a pretty good guy. I like Steve. I give him a hard time a lot in some other live streams. I haven't really got to make it very many of them here lately. I thought I was going to be able to start doing it now that Last Chance Cook-Off was done, but as soon as the Last Chance Cook-Off was done, it was like 2 weeks, and then now my internet's out. Hopefully they have it working pretty good. I don't know if I bet you someone hit a line and they just don't know when they're going to get it fixed. I could be wrong, but I would almost bet you that was the case. That's awesome. Hey, Joshy Poo. About closed it out inadvertently. I'm still here. I was just posting the link if anyone wanted to hop up here, hang out for a minute. I say I'm not going, Mitch. Have you never seen anyone do that before, Steve? So Josh is the one that kind of I started it, and it just kind of has ran. Hopefully, I can pull. If someone does hop up, I think I haven't figured out how to pull them up on my phone. Unless there's probably been someone in the background and I just haven't noticed it the whole time, which is a possibility. So I met Steve over at the Reef Robbers channel. He's another really cool guy to go to his chats. Oh, figured it out.
What's up, buddy?
Josh?
Mitchy Poo.
Please don't call me Steve. Well, it just don't go good. Sleepy Steve goes pretty good, Steve. Maybe it's because we know Sleepy Steve. Don't you know Sleepy Steve, Josh?
Yep. Steve from Wyoming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what are you up to, Josh?
Ooh, about 210.
Oh,
Not much. You been doing anything? Besides working?
just seems like that's all I do.
Yeah, no feeling.
It seems to have stuck.
Hi, Brenda. Hi, Deborah. What's up, Stevie Poo?
Sleepy Steve. Not Sleepy Josh, Sleepy Steve.
Old Pecan Homestead.
Old. I watched their video today. Old Pecan Homestead's video.
Oh yeah.
You know, they came on the Saturday show.
Yeah.
And they've got quite a few subscribers now. Well, they had like 550, I think, around then. Now I think they're up to 650. So they've got like 100. Hello,
Since we had Lazy May is on there.
Huh?
Since we had Lazy May on there.
I didn't see Lazy May.
It was 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah. when I had to got called into
He
work.
went from was it like 82 subscribers up to over 500 now.
That's cool.
And like 2,000 watch hours.
So that's something interesting. So I was like 80 away from my watch hours.
Uh-huh.
And then this afternoon I checked it. I was looking at YouTube. Hey, CNC Farms, how are you doing this evening?
Hey, actually.
And I checked it, and I dropped down to 2,500.
Really?
Yeah, so someone must have binged watched the fire out of something.
Yeah. Well, your lives helped a lot, and it's you ain't been on for a full year though, have you?
Yeah, I've been almost going on second year.
Because it rotates every 365 days.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah. I mean, I've been on for a year and a half. Sometimes I contemplate on.
hi Ashley. I already said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I'm reading the chat on my phone, and it's way behind.
So sometimes I contemplate on maybe not doing so much YouTube. I don't know how. Like the last couple weeks has been tough just because I only have it on my phone because the internet's been down. So so that whenever I get to work, and we've been so busy at work.
Hey Heather.
So Heather, hello. So I don't want to say her name wrong. Old Pecan Farm. I'll just say that. I don't want to say her name wrong. Shayla. I'm pretty certain that's how you say it. She just commented that
Tony.
they were 400 away. Now they dropped down to 2,600, and I think that's exactly kind of what happened with one of my videos. It dropped off, but so do you have anybody for this weekend, Josh?
No, that's why I texted you the other day, but I don't know if you got it or not. And asked if you had anybody in mind.
No, we did tell Shayla that she could come back because it was just kind of a spur of the moment. It was like when we were first starting to do it. If we wanted to have her back,
it makes no difference to me.
But what? So I think I said it earlier. We may
have
have
a notification that you went live.
Huh?
I didn't even get a notification that you went live.
Yeah. So I don't know. Has anyone else noticed that it's like YouTube did a purge?
Yeah, I'm not getting a bunch of notifications.
I have lost a lot of subscribers. Not Lone Cowboy Adventures. Hello. I lost a lot of people that I was subscribed to. So I was going through and I was looking for a channel that I watch quite a bit, and I couldn't find them on my list of people that I watch. I am so about it too. I guess Tony must be having the same problem.
Yeah, I mean, there's like Raquel. I'm not getting any notifications from her. I haven't seen much out of her. I went and checked but I'm still subscribed to her.
Yeah. Well, like Gary's I'm subscribed to, and I don't get any of his deals. I thought I was subscribed to all of his channels. Well, that's one of the people I was looking for after I noticed I wasn't subscribed to. I don't know if anyone watches them, but it's just a few acres. on they're upstate New York. It's a great channel to watch. That's who I was actually going to watch, and I couldn't find him on my list anymore. So I had to go back and resubscribe to him. So I started watching him when he had like 2,000 subscribers, and now he's up to like 350 or 60,000.
Really?
Yeah, but he's really informative, and he must have. I don't know. Some people just have that knack where they can just sit and talk.
Like Gary?
Well, no, not even. It's not even the same. It's just they have a really. I've never seen him do a live or anything like that, but on camera he has a really He's real cheerful. He's always smiling, and he has nice things to. Now he's really good content. I love his content.
Rhonda. See, everybody tells me to smile all the time. There's people at work that walk up and ask, one of the girls like, "Why is Josh always mad?" And she's like, "He's not. That's just the way he looks. He just looks like a grouch."
Resting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get notifications from channels that I've watched like twice. I'm like, I don't even.
Well, and that's one of the tough things for me. Like I have quite a few people I'm subscribed to,
Mhm.
and I have a hard time trying to watch all of them. And
Yeah.
But that I think that's with everybody. Like I'm lucky that the people that are in here are in here. Oh, how do you say that?
Saying, I'm not even going to butcher that one.
I'm not either.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. I'm horrible at names. Steve.
No, you can't, Steve. There's no way you can't. I mean, if you sat all day, every day, you still can watch everybody's videos you're subscribed to. There's no way.
Well,
One video from everybody.
Well, there's people that do watch a lot of YouTube, and I understand how some of them do it. Some of them, maybe. Hey, are you done making noise in there? You know, if you're retired or you're a stay-at-home parent, maybe.
Yeah.
Because there was in 2020, I was at home for a week, and I watched a lot of YouTube. But I don't watch TV very much. I will say though, I've been on the kick. Have you guys watched like their survival series stuff, like Dual Survivor or?
I used to.
Yeah, so there's a series called Alone on Netflix, and hey Dakota, that's Shayla's other half.
Okay.
So I started watching that Alone, and I binge watched the whole thing. I stayed up all night watching this Alone. And you know what's funny to me is these people go out there. This one guy, he literally said, "I ate like it was my job beforehand because I knew I couldn't find food to so I'm just trying to outlast everybody with the weight that he lost. He lost 33% of his body weight. If I lost 33% of my body weight, I'd be skinnier than I was when I was in junior high."
Yeah. I had something in my head and I lost it. Getting
No,
as
I
bad as
can't
you.
stand that Bear Grylls though. That Bear Grylls is that guy's rough to watch.
I don't watch them anymore. And we've been watching this series on Hulu, Big Sky. Have you
Yeah.
seen that one yet? We've been watching it. We watch a couple of them every night. But
No, I have. You need to, Mitchell. Oh, that hurts. That hurts, Steve. Right in my
ouch,
big gut.
right straight to the house of pain. I told who was it? I told someone the other night if I hit 1,000 or when I hit 1,000, I'm gonna call it Yoga Cowboy and have him come out here and do a cartwheel in the yard.
Okay.
But did you see that one when I caught him in Kentucky?
Yeah.
I beat him up, took his hat. I'll give him that back if I get 1,000 subscribers.
The dogs are in the.
Till then, I'm gonna wear it myself.
I'm sleepy, Steve. Have you ever been up to Wyoming? I just looked up and seen Steve's name again.
No.
I like Wyoming. If it wasn't cold, I could talk my wife into moving there.
I'm trying to talk mine into moving to Tennessee.
Yeah, there's more people that way than I care for.
I'm trying to get it to where I can take a trip this weekend.
What? I have been watching that Just a Few Acres. Yeah. Yeah, and he's got awesome tractor repair videos. Wyoming, Montana, beautiful motorcycle riding country. It's beautiful horse riding country. I went up there for a little bit, and I worked on a ranch outside of Sheridan. It was pretty cool.
I've been looking for a cutting horse.
Well, it's a long way to drive to Oklahoma.
Huh?
Long way to drive to Oklahoma for a cutting horse.
Yeah, I know it. There's a
We
guy
thought
here
about
local that's got one. She was a rescue, but he found out after he rescued her, she's a cutting horse, and he's like, "I'm gonna keep her, but I ain't gonna. I'm gonna go cut some firewood or cut some trees down for him. So I'm gonna try and talk to him and see about maybe getting her over here."
Sheridan's where you live at. That's pretty neat. I may have seen you whenever I was about 17 years old. 17, 18 area, ballpark. Just didn't realize it. What are you doing in there? Hey.
Yeah.
Are you done with that dog food or what?
I just get the inside dog and then we're done.
Hey. Okay. Well, just be done for a few minutes.
He's being rough on my little buddy there.
Happy in Alaska. I would move to Alaska. So I worked for a hydro testing company, so we hydro tested propane tanks just to make sure that they would hold 1.5 times their working load. You hydro tested them.
What's up, Trumpet Master?
And we got to go up to Wyoming, and we worked. So we landed in Anchorage, and then we flew on a little. Hey, let those dogs outside. Then we flew on a little bush plane for, I don't know, 2 hours, and we landed out in the middle of this field right by this big old river where they bring these barges in and then to offload that propane, and we had to pressure test all the tanks out there. It was pretty neat. Hello, Trumpster Master.
Trumpet Master. He's in the cooking community a lot. That's where I met him at.
Oh yeah. Hey, Josh, talk to everybody for a second. I gotta take care of something real fast.
All right. So if anybody in the chat wants to get interviewed and showcased this Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern, hey Janice, let me or Mitchell know. Janice, what are you and Billy doing Saturday? Do we have you guys on there? I can't remember who all we've had on there now. Yeah, that would have been cool to do that, Dakota. I have been thinking about doing a live on either Tuesday or Thursday early evening. Every week, just kind of do something. That's fine, Brenda. Oh, that's right. I just watched your video on that too, Janice. I'm sorry. I'm about scatterbrained. I've been hanging around Mitchell too long. I get sidetracked. You heard that? I didn't know you could still hear me. There you go. Anyway, is anybody doing any of this Croctober stuff or anything like that? Tony, you still in here? Are you doing that? I think I've seen something. I think I've seen Tony post something about that. I've been thinking about it, but which one, Brenda? Did you do the Croctober? I ain't been getting half the notifications I used to. I don't know what's going on with it, with YouTube and there. I know you're doing Noodle November, or no, I know he's doing Noodle November, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that one or not. Noodle, don't noodle. Kung Fu Panda.
I almost hit the end button. That'd have been bad.
That wouldn't surprise me none. So I was saying, I don't know if you heard me. I'm thinking about going live on Tuesday or Thursday early evening. Just hang out and see what happens.
YouTube is shadow banning people.
I have watched your videos, Brenda. I don't comment on everybody's videos. I probably should, but I watch a bunch of them.
You know, that's one of the things that Tony B will be right back. Way to refer to yourself in third person, Tony. It's probably his wife or something.
Okay, Janice.
Yeah. So I've noticed actually mine has actually. I haven't been losing 20 and 30 at a time. I'll gain 40 and I'll drop 30, and then I'll gain 15 and drop 20. But I've noticed here lately it's been like 2 and 3 instead of shadow ban.
I've gained 3 or 4 and then dropped 2, and then they'll come back, or I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm up to 862 now, I think.
Yeah. Pinball.
What were when we started? When, Spotlight, you remember?
Huh?
When you started the Spotlight Saturday morning show? I think I was
7?
just barely over 500 then, wasn't I? Was I?
No, I think you were like 690, 700 area.
I don't remember. I've had people say that once you hit 850, you start flying. I'm like, I'm sitting barely getting anything. Now the cheesy potato soup video Amy done got a bunch of views on it, but
Oh, I was um I was gonna say something else and I don't remember what it was now. So you're gonna start going live on Thursday evenings? What time?
who's live on Thursday evening?
No, what time are you gonna start doing Thursday evening?
Oh, it's either Tuesday or Thursday because Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays and Saturdays seem to be a pretty big day. But it'd probably be early evening.
Yeah. Well, and I see that a lot from people. They're worried about stepping on somebody's toes, about going live. I think you have to do it when you have time. You can't necessarily just wait on everybody else. Because if you did that, you
Well,
would never.
I'm not gonna wait. I'm just gonna be. I was thinking like after feeding time and everything, and I got a little bit of time to just unwind a little bit, just sitting and talking.
Yeah. Yeah, Brenda, we do
I've got
need.
a bunch of mail calls I need to do.
We definitely need some rain. Yeah, so we did.
I
Yeah,
got a
we've
little
been.
bit yesterday, but it wasn't much. What
What are you
question?
talking about, Tony? Oh, you asked him about Noodle
When I asked
November.
about the Croctober thing,
See, and that's what's tough when you do Monday mornings or in the morning time during the work week. I
it's
try
hard
to,
for me to get there.
but I just can't. I can't get there. And then
Yeah.
with everybody else going live, it's tough for me to go back and watch it, especially if it's very long. Like some of them get pretty long, and then I don't have time to sit and do an hour-long replay.
Yeah, I mean, if I see him, if I get a chance in the morning, I try and hop in, say hey, I'm at work, just want to stop by for whatever something. But a lot of times I don't have time to look in the morning because between 7:30 and 9:30, there's like three of us there, so we're trying to run everything, and it's just hard.
Yeah. Need to go. Yeah.
Do you have a list of who we've interviewed?
So have you seen? So I caught part of Chuck and Ashley the other day. CNC Farms. I caught part of that live that
Mhm.
she had. Sorry, my work phone went off. Yeah. So I didn't. What I was gonna say was I didn't realize that there was such an age difference in her kids. She has the one that's
Yeah.
the
And one's what,
say 3 years old
18 or
and
19, and
19. Yeah,
I think it's
I was like,
I think it's
man,
4 and 19.
it's when you're about to get them all out of the house, not necessarily all out of the house, but all grown. Yeah, started all over. That's 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 crazy. 2 and 19. I knew it was right there close. I was like because I had a earbud in and I was talking to one of the other guys. We were troubleshooting a big drive and then they said that and I was like, "Whoa, that would not be." I mean, kids are great. I wouldn't change them for the world, but just when you're just like you have freedom. I say freedom sparingly because 20 and 3.
Mitchell, um, if I don't talk to you before, or remind me to tell you something soon.
Okay. Usually Steve uploads on Tuesdays and have a couple of YouTube friends. Yeah, so there's quite a few
Good Lord,
people.
Rhonda. Mine are all adults now too.
Something interesting. I come from a big family. Both sides, even my parents, both of them have really big families. I wanted at least one more kid, and Nina was like, no. She was happy with one or two, and I coaxed her into three, and then she's like, no more. Like, okay. Next weekend we will have 2 out of 3 kids married and empty nesters now. You know, my kids are the age where we can run to town and not have to worry about them.
So are we, Janice. It's just me and Amy here. The dogs and cows.
Peterson Farm from Nashville.
What's
Hello.
up, Phil? Mitchell, do you remember who all we've interviewed? Do you have a list of them or anything? Without going back and looking and seeing who we had?
No, I don't.
I'm trying to remember so I can write them down on this list. So
Not without going and looking. I need to create a playlist. So
that's what I need to do. I need to go and create and put the ones I've done in a playlist.
you just put them all in there. Put all the ones that I did in the playlist too.
Can I do that from your channel too?
Yeah, you can add it to your playlist.
Okay. I didn't know if I could or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you get the watch hours for it too. Whenever someone clicks on it from your channel, you'll get the watch hours for it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Janice, I will. Who was that one? And we got Devin. There was another one from Canada. Oh, we've done Raquel too.
Raquel. So
who was the other one that from Canada we done? It was like one of the first ones that when I was off the road.
it was. He has the morning show. I try to watch it every morning.
Linda? I don't know.
No, not Scott. It was Great Farmer Freelance.
There you go.
What's up, Tony?
Hey, Tony.
Not much. What are you guys up to?
Oh, just hanging out on the live. Just Creekside Maple. No, we didn't do Creekside Maple. I would have liked to get Creekside Maple, but we haven't ever had them. So
I got 6 of them in this.
Um,
I'm hoping one of them fit.
write that down, Mitchell.
Sorry, go ahead.
Write down Creekside Maples and remind me to.
yeah,
About that
Shane, Great Farmer Freelance. That's who I was talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't do Shane. You can't do Shane anymore.
We already did him.
Oh, I thought you were looking to do him. Sorry.
No, we're trying to figure out who we done.
Well, I didn't. I must have missed something with Shane.
Shane deleted his account last night.
Oh,
I can't go into details, but he's no longer on YouTube.
interesting.
And that's
Well-
not because I'm being stingy with information. I don't know the information. I just
Oh.
know he deleted his
No,
account last night.
I didn't
Yeah.
think that.
If he wanted, yeah, probably so. Ashley, if he wanted everybody to know, he would have said something.
Right. I do know the two things I can tell you is he was tired of the drama and the people not being there to support him when he needed it. That's all I know. I don't know what it pertains to, why it happened, or none of that. But
He went into
It is.
quite a bit of stuff like that on the interview that day.
Yeah.
Did
Steve, there is absolutely no way. And 150 isn't worth doing a cartwheel for.
cart flop. It wasn't a cart wheel.
It made me, you,
I laughed when he called the dog poop.
yeah.
Well, there's that too. Hey, I want to throw something out real quick just because Josh's laugh made me think about it. Don't ask me why, but it did. Tiffany is now back from her road trip. She spent all day putting emails with the prices to go out. So now I'm attaching all the addresses. I'm hoping by tomorrow I can send out to everybody who's receiving, what their address is, and their contact information for Last Chance Cook-Off.
So that brings up another thing. I need the address of the person that won the grill.
You'll get that tomorrow when I send all that out. So
I just went and looked to see how much it would cost to ship that. It must be better to buy it for somebody and have them go pick it up at Walmart. I was like, holy cow.
yeah.
That's probably about the same thing with that Blackstone, wasn't it, Tony?
It was the same. I was just going to say me and Josh were in the same
Yeah.
boat, and it's like, here, you go pick it up or they can ship it to you because it doesn't cost us anything to do it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a price on that?
I did. Let me look it up again and I'll text it to you
Okay,
afterwards. Okay. It's,
I know what I looked them up here, but what they are there may be different than what they are here.
right. Yeah. No, I actually think we talked about it and they were exactly the same price. So I think we're okay, but
Okay.
we'll double check before we do it just to make
that
sure.
works.
So Dakota, I've actually looked into that because someone wanted to buy some meat from us.
I did. I'll admit it. I was looking.
And it's ungodly expensive.
Yeah.
Because of the dry ice you have to pack it in.
Yep.
It would be $100 ground beef, is what I'm saying.
And he's not joking. I mean, he literally walked through the steps and it was not.
It's not quite that much,
effective.
but it's close.
Yeah.
I've had people ask me, I'm like, I sell locally.
Right.
If you can come to me, come on over. But I'm not going to go buy dry ice and charge you that for.
What kind of beef are we talking was the question I just got asked.
Are you talking to me?
Whoever wants to answer the question.
Kind of beef, just regular old
Angus.
ground beef.
I mean, ground beef.
Angus,
Yeah.
you do Angus,
Aberdeen
right?
is what most of the stuff that
And
I have.
Aberdeen's who the other one doesn't.
So Aberdeen is a low line Angus. If anyone is curious, so
That's good to know because I didn't know that.
so the Angus Journal that you get that you don't get, but I
I
get.
was gonna say I don't get one, but okay.
I get a an Angus Journal, a monthly journal. It used to come out as the Aberdeen Angus Journal.
Okay.
And now, since there's so much, that gets into some political stuff with the breeding associations, and we're not going to go there.
Let's not go there. Yes.
I don't do politics or religion on my channel.
No, I mean it's not like that kind of politics.
I know, but I know exactly what you're saying. I don't. I'm not going to get into that. I'm going to leave
You
that.
can make a bunch of livestock breeders really mad at you in a hurry if you start questioning how their stuff is actually should be papered.
Mm-hmm.
So the only reason I was asking, because that is actually a question that flows around in our area, is what kind of beef is it? You know, what breed is it? And you'd be surprised how many people really don't know what they're selling.
Well, you know, there's some interesting things that Angus beef that you get from the store, I would probably venture to say that 90% of it isn't even Angus.
Probably not.
It might have some Angus in it at some point. And
Somewhere.
It's
genetic.
What we get, we actually have checked into and looked at it, and what we do end up buying is 100% Angus. So
You get the certified.
But we're lucky. Yeah, we're lucky that our butcher has that. So I do see what you're saying, because any of the other stores you could go to, you don't know what you're getting.
No.
Yeah, I know what I raise, so that's. I mean, yes, I do have a Jersey Angus cross out there, and I do breed her. So, but I sold her calf last year.
You know, interesting. So
But
we live right beside a dairy, and what they're doing right now, I kind of coaxed them into it a little bit, is they raise purebred Jersey cows. Well, so when they're looking to get their purebred, heifers for the next generation, they do it out of their older cows. So they breed their older cows to that, purebred Jersey bull, so they can keep that genetic. Their high dollar genetics that they do have, because they raise some of the best show cows in the country. Right, my next door neighbors. Well, they don't. If you have their bull calves, you can buy a bull calf from a dairy for $20 to $50. I mean, all day long, as many as you want to buy.
I won't tell you the person I talked to, but you are spot on. They said you can do that. We'd sell you that mile a minute, 100 a day at that price. Yeah. But most people don't want that type of cow.
Right. So I convinced them to put a Aberdeen bull in with their heifers, because they're low birth weight. That's what Aberdeens are known for, is low birth weight, and they're a black cow. And they're naturally polled animals, so you don't have to go in there and dehorn them. It ups the value of them dramatically. You can go from, just because it's black, it's instantly worth $200. I mean, just that quick, $200.
Just because of the color?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
But everybody wants Black Angus.
Yeah. And my heifers that I have that you see in my videos, they're Aberdeen. They call them Jabberdeen because they're half Aberdeen, half Aberdeen. So they call them Jabberdeens. But the crazy thing about it is they produce so much milk like a Jersey cow does. Whenever you put a calf on them, after their weaning weight is like a third higher than what it would be to just a regular Aberdeen, because they're producing so much rich milk like the Jerseys do.
I'm here to tell you, I don't care if my cow, my beef, is black, purple, green, red, yellow, whatever, as long as it gives me what I want. Are you
Right.
kidding me? It costs more to buy a black cow.
100%.
Yeah.
Just
And Janice, I'm with you there. I like to mix my Angus bull with my Jersey heifer. That makes some good meat.
so I actually prefer the jerseys, especially if you don't let them get over about 900 to 1,000 pounds, because
Mm-hmm.
the fat in jerseys turn yellow the older they get and the heavier they get, and it just turns a lot of people away from the idea of it because the fat looks different versus a beef cow. It's
That's
a white.
I used to have a belted Galloway that the fat was almost yellow,
Yeah.
but I got out of them because it took 3 years to raise one. I mean, it's more of a dairy cow. It takes too long to raise them to butcher. So
Yeah. Yeah, Dakota, you're right. That's what they do a lot of the times. Because it's a black cow, it's instantly an Angus. And it's
That just seems stupid to me, really.
the thing about it is USDA to everybody. They did that they got rid of that they got rid of the origin labeling.
Mhm.
That's one part of it. But then it's a big deal. Everybody needs to yeah. Beef is beef until you get into like Wagyu. Hello,
Wagyu.
But
Hey, Wendy.
huh?
Wendy.
I was saying hi to Wendy.
We have
Oh,
Dexter's.
I thought you
Oh,
asked what Wagyu was.
no, when I know what Wagyu
No,
is.
I know what Wagyu is. I would like to try a Wagyu
Oh, okay. Okay.
tomahawk one
I
time.
was like, come on, Josh. I
but-
know you know what Wagyu beef is.
So you can actually, and people are doing this around us, is they're taking a purebred Angus or purebred cow or a black baldy, and they're breeding it to a purebred Wagyu cow, and they're getting F1 Wagyu beef out of it.
Really?
Yeah, and it is delicious. I'm here to tell you.
Okay. Hold on a second. I'm confused. How do you get a Wagyu beef out of that mix?
So it's considered an F1. So F1s are they grade them like that in even in Japan.
Right.
So an F1 is just how the meat's graded. It's not necessarily it's not a purebred or anything like that. So you're just taking
Right.
the characteristics of the Wagyu and you're putting it in with a beef cow. But the meat will never really taste the same. And because I don't know if anyone's ever really looked at how they feed those Wagyu cows. Like they have a nose ring and they're at a feeder and they never move for 24 months. Like I've watched a documentary on it because I thought it was just fascinating how they get so much marbling in the meat. And yes, a lot of it is genetic, but they are at a feeder their whole life.
Oh, okay.
And
Clarify something for me because I think I'm really confused here now. I thought Wagyu beef was a breed of beef, just
Yeah.
as Angus or Jersey or any of the other.
It is.
Am I incorrect or correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So
out of the mix that you said, there's not Wagyu in either one of them. So how do you get Wagyu beef out of that mix?
No, you do. So you take a Wagyu bull and you breed it to a purebred cow, and then you get
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get some of the
I
characteristics.
missed the Wagyu bull. Sorry, that's the part I missed.
Yeah. See what Dakota's saying? He's like that. That's in the bunk in front of them with a nose ring and a string tied to their face. They just turn it and get water, lay down and eat, and rinse and repeat. I mean, they don't move from that. That's how they get that
So much
perfect
for free
marbling.
range, huh?
Well, you know, the whole free range
I'm not
thing.
really here. I'm not here to start a battle politically or anything like that. I'm just trying to clearly understand what I thought is what I thought.
Right. Well, like
Yeah.
people get hung up on the free range and not free range. I mean, and I think the biggest thing to take away is, do you know what your cow is eating, and is it healthy for you? Right?
And that should be more of the
Yeah.
question that's being asked.
Yeah, and so that's
See,
one
my
of the
cows get
that's one of the perks of being able to raise your own livestock. And I actually have a video coming out about this Sunday. I went pretty in depth on it, and it's kind of, I don't know how well it's going to. Let me see how it turns out in the editing process, because I might scrap the whole thing.
I should do a video on what I have my feed, how I have my feed ground,
Yeah, so,
because I call my feed mill and I say, "Hey, it's Josh Skinner. I need 1,000 pound of calf grower." Okay, they take what I want in it, and that's what I get 50-pound bags of. I don't just go to a box store and buy all stock feed or whatever. So
yeah,
mine they're on grass and hay all year, and they get a little bit of grain. Now, if I go to fatten one up, like when it comes to butcher time, I got a holding pen where I'll lock a steer up and just start pouring the grain to them.
yeah. I mean, so there's a lot of the marbling in steak. People swear that they can get it off of grass. I have never seen anybody do it in person. I have just heard this in rumors that you can get the marbling in a steak on grass, but whenever it comes down to real, you know, that that perfect steak, I've never been able to see it done on grass. I'm not saying it's not
That
possible.
melt in your mouth, no.
I'm
I
not,
don't see how.
but I have never seen it.
I mean, my beef, Mitch, I'm sure you know too. It's not. People buy a steak in a store and they're like, they see it's nice, pretty red, and then I've sold some of mine. They're like, "Well, what'd you do to it?" What do you mean what I do to it? Well, it's not bright red because it ain't got dye in it.
All right.
You know, it's darker.
So, Brenda, what's in the grain? So, like, whenever I bring a calf up to put in a feedlot, oats, barley, and corn. That's all they get. I don't feed them anything. Just it's crimped oats, crimped barley, and crimped corn. It's That's literally what I I feed my cows that come up to feedlot. And I say feedlot sparingly because they're still on grass. They're still, they can still go out and eat all the grass that they want to, but they're getting the feed poured to them.
Mine get grain every day, all of them, regardless.
I
And
don't
my,
feed.
like I say, my holding pen, uh, they're still getting grass too. But I feed. They all get like a scoop a day
Yeah, so I
of
don't feed.
grain.
I don't feed every day. Um, I don't need to. And
I don't need to. I just do it in case they get out. I can go out there, rattle that feed bucket, and they come running.
right, and
What do I do?
I feed if the cows get fed every other day or every third day or something like that. And I don't see the problem with it as far as where a lot of people are like grain is the devil. I'm not there. And and I'm not saying this to irritate people, but maybe the people that are saying it have never really seen the effects of both sides of it, maybe. And that's just a theory, and I don't know that it's right or wrong. It's just a theory. Maybe they've never, like, I grew up and that's what we did, and I worked on a ranch that was just grass fed, and I mean I got to see both sides of it. So and I don't, I mean, like I say, I don't want to make anybody mad, but that's just what I see. And a lot of people that I see that say only grass fed is the only. Oh,
I don't have to.
yeah.
I mean, I don't have to feed grain every day. I mean, it's just, I'm talking about the scoop that comes. You get a little plastic scoop, you get like Tractor Supply.
No, I'm
I
not
mean,
saying it's
that's all
bad.
they're getting.
I'm not saying it's bad, Josh. I'm just
But
saying that people that are
no,
like,
I probably shouldn't feed them every day because it's actually now it's getting really freaking expensive. So
yeah, it's really
when I
well.
first started, I could buy 1,000 pound or a ton of calf grower for a couple $100.
This is a Coke Zero, if anyone was wondering.
I don't drink Coke.
I do drink Coke Zero. Yeah, but one of the other things that I don't have a problem with, but it's a topic that has got brought up in a few of my videos, and I've received multiple emails about, was why do I keep my pigs confined versus pasture? Well, there's a couple reasons for it. One of them, first of all, is infrastructure, right? I'm set up to do pigs in pens. I'm not set up to do pigs on pasture. And I need the grass. There's nothing wrong with people that pasture raise their pigs. If that's what you want to do, do it. But if that's not
That's
what you
fine.
know,
You do you. I'm not set up to do it. I got a hog lot out there with a
right.
1,000-pound feeder in it, and they get all the scraps and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, Jana.
Yeah, Cindy Brown, I don't know. I've seen some people that do pasture raised pigs, and they don't tear up their ground because they move them so much. And if I stayed home every day, or I could move them every other day and have everything set up, ready to go, and get to where they needed to be, I don't think it would be an issue. But I don't, and that's one of the reasons why I don't. And Cooney pigs, I'm gonna leave that whole mess alone. I'm just kidding. They're not. I mean, pigs. I don't think any breed, as long as there's grass there, because the only time pigs really root is to cool down, and if there's nothing to eat. So if you have a shelter with shade, they're not going to dig. And I know I'm sounds like I'm advocating for pasture pigs, and that's not what I'm doing. But I don't see a wrong way to do pasture pigs versus feedlot style pigs, if you want to call it that. Other than I can grow them a heck of a lot faster than you can grow pasture pigs. Um, you know, 6 months max versus 18 months is what I've heard most of my people that I know that raise pasture pigs. So
I go 6 to 9, and
yeah, I
but
can
mine
get
are Landrace, Duroc, York Cross.
yeah, and I like
So
the Berkshire. I like Berkshire personally, but I don't. There's nothing wrong with it.
Do you,
that's what. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, that's what I bought when I could get them. So that's kind of where I'm.
Do you run
against anything else?
Do you run pigs year round, Josh?
Do I run what?
Pigs.
Yeah, I got them in a hog lot.
Right.
Yeah.
My question is you don't do it seasonally, you do it year round. That's what I'm actually getting to.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah,
even the
I
people
keep
that
them on.
do it, even the people that do it seasonally, or they do it year round, because there's with the pasture pigs, if you're not graining them, it's taking 3 times longer to get one to that ideal market weight.
Oh,
And there's people that do they kind of mix best of both worlds, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you are wanting to do, that's my thing. As long as the pig is healthy, it's you're taking good care of it. I don't care how you want to raise it. If you want to raise it in a feedlot or you want to raise it on a pasture, that's entirely up to the person doing it, as long as the pig's having a good life. Right? I've seen
Yeah,
pigs,
I mean, that's right.
like pigs on concrete actually will outperform pigs on dirt, but they have a little different flavor.
really?
They
I
can
think that
regulate.
dirt does something to them. I think that
Yeah,
dirt helps.
the concrete actually helps them regulate their body heat a lot easier.
I learned something new today. Thank you.
That's why a lot of people that show hogs, like in our area, that's why we keep them on concrete. It's not to keep them cleaner, it's to keep them the right temperature to make them continue to gain. Because if
Okay.
if they're too hot, they won't gain. They
Right.
won't gain that 5 to 7 pounds a week like they need to, or higher. It just depends what you're trying to do. So if you're out on cold dirt, then you have to increase the feed to get the same gains, because the ground's cooler, so they're having to use more body heat, their body warm.
I agree with Where to Begin Homestead. I think that, as long as they're being taken care of and they're not being,
Right.
10,000 of them shoved into a 16 by 16 square,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's why I keep an automatic feeder out in mine, because mine are on dirt, so I have an automatic feeder. They eat whatever they want.
Well,
Plus supper time, and every couple of days I'll go to the local grocery store and get their day old produce or whatever, and they know what it is. I mean, they see me coming, they're ready.
Well, and like Tony said, the integrated farming is, in my opinion, the worst advocate to teach people how to farm. So, like Tony was saying, you see these pig barns that you have 100 pigs in a 45 by 45 pen. Yeah, they're not on dirty concrete. They're on grates and everything else. So everything drops down. They're not setting in their urine and everything else. So it's kind of a give and take with a lot of that stuff. I just don't like the integrated farming. It's a bad, just like chicken houses. I mean, they've made a bad reputation for farmers because of the integrated farming.
Bye, Brenda.
See you,
Bye,
Brenda.
Brenda. Dakota commercial pig. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Dakota. And like we have to. So the new animals that we have we just got earlier in the week. There's going to be an interesting video, and a lot of people. I think I'm going to show the whole thing, and the reason why I'm going to show the whole thing, it's supposed to be an educational video, but we're going to film it Sunday, and it's going to be loud, so I'm going to have to turn the volume down on it. But it kind of goes over some of the things that we're talking about now.
I'll be right back. Give me just a minute.
Okay. But like those chicken houses, man, they are. And I don't agree with like putting hormones and things in the animals to make them grow faster either.
I don't. I mean, my meat birds I raise in a chicken tractor. They get all the grass they want every day. They get moved every day. plus the feed. And I ferment my feed. I'll have
Yeah.
like 3 buckets, 3 5-gallon buckets, and I'll ferment. I'll have, that I just change out every day. Day one's bucket goes to day four's bucket, basically. So
Yeah, it was my lens cap to my camera. I actually have the footage from. We're gonna see how it turns out. What I've recorded tonight. I don't. I might not like it. I might seem like I'm a teacher instead of just having fun. But I did change my angles a lot, so it'll be. Use what, Dakota? Like the hormones? You can't use hormones in pigs anymore in the show ring. You haven't been able to for years. If you do and you get caught, you get in big trouble.
I think so, Janice. And they it seems like they don't waste as much, if that makes sense.
So we're going to start doing the chicken tractors. This hormones? No, yeah, you can't use hormones in pig feed for showing anymore. You probably 2006, 2007, and you really don't need them anymore. The way that they're. So I'm real big into the show pigs. What is Cattlemax? Well, that Cattlemax, that's a whole. It's more like a steroid. So show pigs. I grew up working for a hog farm, a really big hog farm, and we raised show pigs. And back then, you could actually use the hormones, but today's pigs, what they're looking for in the show ring, is completely. It's a fat cat or fat pig. I say fat cat because that's how a lot of refer them to. Instead of like that real square ripped pig, what we looked for whenever I was younger, they don't look for that same kind of pig. Now they want one that's blown apart in the chest, that long body. It's a completely different style of pig, what they're looking for. You don't need to use the pain and all the other hormones and steroids that you used to use to get them, just ripped apart. Like, hey, Tom. How
You say, Tom? Hey, Dale.
Yeah, and that Dale
Yes,
is
good
right. It's
question.
actually amino acid. But you can't use Paline in Oklahoma anymore either. At least
Janice,
to
if
go.
you have questions, email me. I'll give you my number.
Huh?
I was talking to Janice. I said if she has questions, she can email me, and I'll give her my number.
But yeah, they banned Paline like 3 years ago in Oklahoma, or like the Oklahoma State Fair and Tulsa State Fair, which are the big shows that like my kids would go to. But you can't use it anymore. They do. They will blood test them. So. But they did use it's the pig deal is frustrating to me, especially in the show world, because everything that I was taught to look at uh, for a pig in the show world is not what you want. Now they want one that can barely walk to the dang feed trough because it's just so fat, and I'm not a big fan of that. Maybe I don't know. You get a pork chop. Do you want to cut off 1.5 inches of fat before you eat it, or do you just want some fat on there and then just eat it? That's just how I like
A
it.
little strip that
Yeah.
I don't have to sit there and chop to make it work. Yes.
It still may be being fed, Dakota, but I can tell you that we don't feed it. And if you can place in Payne County, you can place in the state, like OYE or Tulsa, and we usually win our class in Payne County. And when we go to like over by the All Indian livestock shows, we clean up over there. We usually every breed of hog that we take, we usually win. In a ways, they are way better, Dale, but not when they're not sound. I don't. I That's my biggest pet peeve in a pig that's not sound. And whenever it's waddling because it can't step, there's a problem. What did the key just say? Well, Herefords are a different deal altogether. I'm not a big Hereford pig fan, just because they don't look they're not designed correctly, but a Berkshire is.
My internet's acting up. I'm gonna jump off here, Mitch. I'll get a hold of you later.
All right, talk to you later, Josh.
All right, we'll see y'all. See you, Tony.
See you later.
No, Brenda, or not Brenda, but Wendy. I think they are. It's argumentatively a question about show animals, whether they're going the right direction or they're going the wrong direction. But I can tell you, they like the same. All of the judges like the same kind of animal anymore. If you can pick a hog out, you can pick a steer out, and you can pick a goat and a sheep out. Where whenever I was in school and Dale was in school, your hog judges did not like what your cattle judges and your small breed animals were. Now, if you can pick one out, you can pick a pretty much well across the board. So they're making them more uniform, but I don't think they're going the right direction all the way.
Oh, I see my cheesy, snobby canning sister just stepped in.
Of Grace and Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Burke pigs are my favorite pigs. So there's a Berkshire pigs are considered the Angus of the pork world. I like the Berks. I like them for a couple reasons. They're dark. They're dark hided, so they don't sunburn as easy as a lighter colored pig, and they tend to taste a little bit better, in my opinion. Whoa! It jumped on me. Yeah. So
Hey, Dad, normally we cook 2 of these. You want me to cook the other one?
are they both the same?
Yeah.
Then yeah. So yeah. So the judges do have a standard, but a lot of that's like I judged a lot of livestock shows, especially growing up because I did, and I actually got asked to judge a livestock show coming out. So I think as long as they're consistent, but that's the thing, you're going off of someone's opinion of what animal is best today versus in the future or has been. So it's a lot of it's perspective as far as judging is concerned, and girls. Um, so I think a lot of that comes down to personal preference on the judging, and I think, and it can be disappointing to lose a show whenever you believe that you have the best animal there, and it's happened to me several times.
Isn't
And I,
isn't that what everybody goes for though? Is trying to say that their animal's best?
no, a lot of times you're just getting them out just to get them moving around, getting used to
Oh,
being unloaded in a trailer. So, like a lot of the shows that, whenever the kids were showing that we went to, it wasn't necessarily because I thought they were the best animal there. It's
right.
because they needed the experience getting out of the trailer, getting around other livestock that they haven't been around,
Makes
and
sense.
it helps tremendously. You can see animals that have never been taken out versus animals that have.
Okay.
So, yeah, yeah, but yeah. So livestock, that's the bad thing about livestock. I could sit and talk about livestock because it's something that I'm really passionate about.
Right.
And I keep up with a lot of it. The problem sees the Herefords are red. Whoa, what did that say?
It jumped way up there. I seen it happen too.
Huh.
Hello, Tennessee bushcrafter.
Yeah, hello, Tennessee bushcrafter.
What nights is Reef Robber on?
Monday.
Monday. Okay.
I missed him this week. I got called into work.
I was gonna do it, and I had Friday stuck in my head, and then when I went and looked, it was like he doesn't have one scheduled for Friday. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and I think that goes with a lot of, well, back to what I was saying a second ago, before I confuse everybody. I think that goes with a lot of things. If it's something you're passionate about, like livestock is something that I'm very passionate about, and I pay a lot of attention to, mainly because I've been around it my whole life, and it's something that
Right.
I enjoy. Like cattle and pigs. I absolutely love pigs. I just can't get my kids to love pigs the way I love pigs.
But the
Otherwise,
question is, Mitchell, do the pigs love you? That's
oh
what
yeah,
matters.
I'm the pig whisperer.
The pig whisperer.
Uh, can't remember the name of that movie. I had a thought in my head, but I can't remember the name of the movie.
Thank you.
My passion is
I
fungi.
got dinner. Sorry.
Okay.
Fungi.
Yeah, so I think that like you could probably talk about canning, where canning to me, yes, it's an important thing to do, but it's just a necessity. It's not that I enjoy it, right?
And I get that. I do.
But
Whereas you could sit there and talk about livestock all day, and I mean, other than me to buy it so I can eat it,
yeah.
I lose interest after that. So I get it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, and then there's a lot of things. Like I try to explain this to my kids. Like there's things that I'm super passionate about that my kids aren't, but it goes both ways. Apparently not. Well, Tony.
My wife is very nice to me.
So I figured that she said earlier. It said Tony will be right back. I figured it was her, and I was like, "That's weird." Tony's talking to himself in third person.
Yeah, it was her.
Yeah.
So what was the question? I never did figure out what the question was.
He was asking about Noodle November. And
Oh,
I
okay.
don't remember what the question was, so don't get me lying.
Don't get you lying.
Like,
You're still in Noodle November, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Once I say that I'm doing something, it's pretty hard to get me to uncommit.
Okay.
I know
Like, there
you.
has
I'm just verifying is all I'm doing.
yeah, that's what he was talking. Uh, my brain went dead there for a second. He was asking about Croctober and Noodle November.
Yeah, I'm in both. Well, I'm hosting Noodle November, but I'm in Croctober as well.
Yeah.
There's going to be quite a few collaborations coming out next year. I hope everybody's ready for them.
Tennessee. You know, that's the thing. Like,
I get it.
they
Hi, Rebecca.
like
Sorry.
huh?
I was saying hi to Rebecca. Sorry.
Oh, I don't even see Rebecca.
It says
So,
Rebecca touched my yarn. Hi, Tony at Kettle Kitchen.
oh, I didn't see it. But
Oh.
I am on my phone again.
True.
So Tennessee Bushcrafter said, although many people don't understand my fungi or medical or herb passion, you know, as long as it's a passion for you, there's always going to be someone that does. And there's always today's communities that you can find on the interwebs is vast. I mean, it is crazy the people that you can get that are just fantastic people, you know. It's like the whole YouTube thing. Like, there are some fantastic people that I have found on YouTube. It's like Dale and I. Oh, there's Rebecca. I see it now.
Right.
So Dale and I, you know, he likes pigs like I like pigs, right? But that's not necessarily going to mean that we both do the same thing with the pigs. But there's things
Right.
I can learn from Dale that maybe I didn't see somewhere else, or vice versa.
Right.
And I think that's what's nice about the community, and the same thing with the cattle. You know, able to diversify.
But you
a
know,
little.
it's like the other night we were talking about and I don't know if Tom's still in here, Tom Garvey. He was on our live the late night with Friday night, and Blue was on, and the conversation had gotten into tips and stuff like that on food storage and what you should be, you know, looking at the prices and things like that. And he said that night, he said it was a great conversation because he learned something. That's, to me, that's the thing, is to be able to connect with somebody you might be able to or can learn something from, or on the opposite side, you provide it to them. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, it's a two-way street, so
absolutely.
that's what matters. I'm here to tell anybody, Dale and Mitchell and I and Tiffany and Blue, even to that point, on Chris and Leanne, and I can name off and keep going, theoretically would not in a normal situation bump into each other and go, hey, my new best friend. It wouldn't have
Right.
worked that way. But we've
Well,
connected through another way. You
yeah.
know?
Well, and you know, interestingly, like I probably wouldn't Leanne, but her husband and I probably would get along very well. You know, but I've made a pretty good friend with Leanne. You know, just
Yep,
for the simple
I
fact
agree.
we do a lot of the same things. So,
Right.
well, Tony, I have to get off here and help these kids make dinner. I hear pots and pans. Post the link. I will hop up. Dale,
He's leaving.
I'm leaving. Next Thursday. Next Thursday. I'll send you a link and we can talk about pigs. Piggies. I was going to tell you how wrong you
There
are
you go.
about how. I'm just kidding, Dale. But anyway, I will talk
All
to
right.
everybody.
Well, you have a good night.
Thanks for everybody hopping in. We'll catch you in a bit.
Bye.
We need to do that.